Many weekends over the summer were spent on preparation for the upcoming deer season. Last year ended with many disappointments and many close calls. I knew coming into this season I was going to have to put in more time in scouting and locating bedding areas. I changed many stand locations and had around 10 to 12 cameras running all summer long. Me, Max, and some of my buddies we hunt with put in a nice woods plot on a small piece of property we have access to. I'm hoping all of the time and hard work pays off at some point this season. Hunting to me isn't just a hobby or a weekend escape. Hunting is a part of me. It defines me, and it's what keeps me motivated. 365 days a year, not one escapes the thought of chasing whitetails. There's no adrenaline rush like it. The sun rises, the sun sets, and watching the whitetails roam during the best few months of the year, what more could I ask for? I want me, my brothers, and my closest hunting buddies to have a season like never before. We all have goals, and we all want to shoot our biggest bow bucks to date. I hope for a year of success, followed by many memories, a freezer full of venison, and an expensive taxidermy bill. Well, I got a phone call the other day about Buckley's farm. I knew the loggers were going to be coming in at some point this year, but we didn't know when. He got the phone call and told me that I had to get some stands out or try to pick some trees they haven't marked, which is hard. We'll see what we can do. I've got 4 cameras out right now. Got 2 sets hung, but I think they're both on marked trees. That being said, we might be able to get back in here and still find a few spots that might stay undisturbed by the loggers. I wanted to give you guys an overview of some of the properties that I'm going to be hunting. That way when I'm referring to them by name, you guys kind of have an idea of where I'm talking about. So the first property is by far my favorite property. It's Buckley's property. I've had access to it for 4 years and I know the most on it. My little brother shot a really nice buck off of it 2 years ago, and I've seen my fair share of giants, but I've always fell up short. But I'm hoping with this season I can change that. The next piece of property I wanted to introduce to you guys is a small 55-acre piece with a little bit of everything deer need. This property has a pond in the center of the woods with thick cover surrounding it. I picked this piece up last year and my buddy Skyler shot his biggest bow buck. We decided to put a small wood plot in on the back side of the pond and don't plan on going in to set that until late October. The last piece I want to introduce for now is called the Back 40s Ranch. It's a 250-acre piece that is managed pretty well for deer. This is my second season with access, and I have my eyes on a 4.5-year-old buck called Homie. He's the only core buck I can recognize from last year. Chris was fortunate enough last season to shoot his first bow buck on this property. It's finally opening day here in Ohio. It was a high of 95 earlier. It's hot, but we're in a stand. We're going to try to have some early season luck. We're hunting the Back 40s Ranch out here, sitting over top of an alfalfa field behind us. We have a pond, so in between it being hot and having a source of water and a field, we're hoping that we can catch a doe cruising by. watched her for 45 minutes feed, thinking we were gonna run out of daylight. But, oh man, this is awesome. Watched her drop. Them Zeus broadheads. It was opening day here in Ohio, and it was super hot today. It was almost 90 degrees till around 6 o'clock. I didn't think we were gonna see anything, and my goal today was to just try to shoot a doe. I want to get some meat from my freezer. She came out about 6:45, watched her feed across the field for a little while, and she presented me about a 55-yard shot, and I smoked her right through the heart. It was an awesome shot. It's my first year trying Zeus broadheads, and that was the first deer I've ever shot with them, and let me tell you what, this blood trail was wild. I mean, it's just heck of a trail, passed through at 55 yards. I'm excited. I'm probably not gonna hit the stand again until next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's looking like there's a nice cold front coming in, supposed to get down to the 60s. So my plan is this week is to focus on school and try to pattern some bucks on my trail cameras around the neighboring properties. But for now, we're gonna get her cleaned up and get out of here. It's pretty hot, so we need to get the cutting on her, and I guess we'll see you again back in the tree stand.